how do you work to make sure that brands have, the best marketing strategies to support that relationship?
Well, I started marketing many decades ago where it was a lot easier. You would buy some radio and
Right.
television and print, and you knew you'd be wasting half of your money, but you didn't know what half you were wasting. And it was a pretty simplistic job back then. But now we truly are technologists. Any marketer who's not a technologist is, I think, at a big disadvantage. And I lean toward technology, and whether it's the use of AI or big data or more insight into the user journey, we now have the ability to measure everything from the first click all the way through the end of the experience through so many different technological advances today. And we're able to easily, as marketers, connect the offline journey and the online journey together. And travel, for the most part, on cruise is an example where we do a lot of good business, and that's 80% of that is done on the phone. It's still not an online experience. A lot of online discovery, but as you look at cruise being an offline portal, it's important for our companies and the companies that we work with to set up that technology to stitch that user journey online, offline, to ensure we know what's happening, when it's happening, and what we can do to improve upon it. And travel too has dramatically changed in the last 10 years or so. As you look at cruise or long trips, it used to be maybe back 10, 15 years ago, you'd go to a travel agent, you'd sit in their office, and you would hammer out what you want to do over the course of 2 hours, and you'd leave with your plans, and it'd all be mapped out. That's just not the case. What we're seeing today is a lot of micro conversations that are happening. Someone might visit a website, peruse, think about it, come back, think about it again, come back, forward an email, forward links here. They'll see it on social. They'll share it with their friends. They'll get feedback from the family. And what we're seeing is that the average, it's taken about 8 to 10 different interactions for someone to make that final decision and move forward. Therefore, what we're focused on is how do we make those interactions really powerful? How do we keep track of what's happening during those interactions? So when they call in, for example, or they come back to a website, that their experience is different than just, say, an anonymous user or someone we just seen for the first time. Yeah. And that's where our focus is on, is how do we empower the technology to communicate in all those channels across all those micro conversations and make it feel to the consumer as if they never had any interruptions on that journey. They felt that they can connect and reconnect with us whenever it was convenient for them. And that's where we've seen the biggest change, especially in the last 3 years, is how do we bring technology closer to the user in ways that had never been seen 10,